Hello everyone, welcome to Wildwood Studio. I'm Sarah, and in this week's video, I'm going to be working on a wood burning of a cat. So it's been about a year since I posted last, but here we are, video 10, finally. Also, I've changed my camera angle in an attempt to make it easier to see the pen moving against the wood. This change is thanks to a comment on the Snowy Owl video pointing out that it was hard to see what I was doing because it was so fast. I had originally responded to this comment a year ago saying that I would try uploading a slower version, and I did try. I didn't just forget about you, I swear. But even when I tried to slow the video down, my hand was always in the way because of the top-down view. All in all, I think I like this view better, so please feel free to let me know what you think of the change. Also, I have left some portions of the video in real time just to give an idea of what I'm doing close up and not in super speed. Okay, on to the picture. As always, I started with the eyes, just so that my cat here would come to life a little more quickly. As you can probably tell from the real-time sections of the video, or if you do any burning yourself, wood burning is a really slow process, so seeing progress right away at the beginning always helps me with my motivation. For example, this picture took me about 4 hours and 15 minutes to burn, and it's only 6 by 8 inches. I used my spoon shading pen for most of this burning, since it's my favorite one, but I did also use the spear tip pen around the eyes and in other places that needed sharper definition. In terms of how I picked this image, I guess you've probably already seen the finished picture in the thumbnail of the video, but even if you haven't, I think it'll become clear pretty soon. I just thought this picture had really great contrast between the shadows and the highlights, and I think this works really nicely with the pale wood that I'm using. And apparently somebody else liked it too, because it was one of the first ones I sold in the last art show I was in. Unfortunately, I wasn't there when the person bought it, so I didn't get the chance to meet them and say thank you, but it always makes me happy when someone likes my work enough to want to buy it and take it home with them. You might notice a change in the wood for this burning. I'm using basswood for this one. This is actually the wood I usually use, but while I was in France, all I could find at my local art store was European beechwood, so I just used that out of convenience, and now I'm having a bit of a hard time readjusting. The European beechwood was smoother and also didn't burn as easily. The basswood tends to burn darker at lower temperatures, so unintentional burn marks are more of a problem. Also, the basswood has almost no visible grain, which on the one hand is really good for drawing, but on the other hand, I was kind of liking the natural look the wood grain of the European beechwood was giving me. Oh well, I haven't even seen that wood in any art stores in Toronto, and I have a ton of basswood from the last time I stocked up, which was probably about 3 years ago. You see, there was a sale at the art store, which, if you're anything like me, is always a problem, so needless to say, I'll be using basswood for quite a while. Okay, a few more things about the artwork. Like I said, my main reason for choosing this picture besides I like cats was the high contrast of lights and darks, and there was also the added bonus that when I burned the background, I did it on a really high temperature setting, which was definitely not a little hotter than it should have been because I was being impatient. But luckily this meant that not only did it turn black, but it left indentations in the wood, which I think really add to the overall look and give it a nice texture. This can also be why, in wood burning, the direction of your marks can be really important, because even in a big solid black space like this, you can sort of see a pattern in these indentations, and it can get a bit distracting or messy looking if the pen strokes are all over the place. Also, temperature control is really important in something like this because of all of the highlights, so if I were working with a burner with no temperature control, I would probably need to use a different approach, but with this one, it's just low and slow for the most part, as you can see in all the real-time portions of the video. Okay, it looks like we're about at the end of the video. Here is a picture of the finished burning. If you want to see more of my work, you can check out my Facebook page or follow me on Instagram for some work in progress photos. Also, please make sure to like this video if you haven't already, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss all my future art videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.